Hi guys, hello. Hello everybody, Ankita here.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
how are you?
Good. It's so good to see
My
you.
goodness, it's been
Yeah,
so many years and so
yeah,
glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too. How's everyone? How's Madhavi, ma'am, everyone?
All are doing good and all are excited. Probably they are watching you as well because
Awesome.
they were really excited to hear. I said, yeah, even I am. And when you said you have so many things to share, I was all the more excited because that's exactly what we want to hear. So welcome, Snehapriya.
Thank you,
Welcome,
ma'am.
welcome on board. And
Thank
it's
you.
a pleasure to have you today after years and such a sweet gesture that you came on your own to say that I want to help the future community and the students out who want to come to US, and that shows how genuine and how how much you want to give back to what you
Yes,
receive,
ma'am. That's true. Yeah.
and that's something which I really appreciate. So a big appreciation for that.
Thank
So
you.
Snehapriya, we would love to hear your story, and Education Street is also listening. They are all listening to hear their student out there. So welcome on board, and so as I said, I mean, there's a lot which we want to hear from you. But
Sure.
yes, we would first like to know, your background, what
Yeah,
you've been doing, and currently how things are for you. So
sure.
Snehapriya, over to you.
Sure. Hi everyone, I am Snehapriya. I did my Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology from SIS Graduate School of Technology in Nerul. And after that, I interned from a biopharmaceutical company, which is Ipca Laboratories. I did a 6-month internship from there. And then I took a break. Actually, I had some personal issues, and after that, I did a full-time role in Cognizant as a drug safety associate. And after that, I decided that I think it's time for me to pursue my master's, and that is when I came to you guys again to help me sort of,
With your mom, right?
yeah.
How's
um,
she?
yeah. And then I decided that I mean it's time for me to pursue my dreams and live the American dream, and that's when I decided to start applying for universities in US, specifically for biotechnology, and that's when I applied for 4 universities, and I got from 2 universities, Northeastern and TAMU. And I went ahead with Northeastern for various reasons, like co-op, the location, the curriculum, etc. So yeah, that's me.
So many things.
Yeah.
So many things. So Northeastern, I think you went 2 years back, right?
Yeah, yeah. In fall 19, I got admitted for Northeastern. Yeah.
Yeah. So how, I mean, that's exactly what I shared the same story few weeks back with one of my student as well. So how do you think you were exactly a batch which saw things move so drastically and
Yeah.
so dramatically, and
Yeah.
stuff. So what was pre-COVID and what was post-COVID for you?
So I got my admit in Jan, and sort of started my application, like my visa application and stuff, and I departed to Boston in August, and my semester started in September. So my first semester was completely on ground. It was completely COVID free. We all enjoyed the campus life and on ground life and everything. And then Jan 2022, Jan 2020 was when COVID hit, and everything went like there was lockdown, there was mm,
Upside down.
everything was upside down, and for us especially, we had to try. So we were in the middle of a semester in spring, and first half of the semester was on ground, and then everything was a hybrid sort of online thing that they adopted. So for us, it was definitely difficult because we never experienced such a drastic change and transition. But I think the support that we got from the university was immense, and that's really commendable. So that sort of really helped us adjust with the whole hybrid online setup for us.
Wow. Okay. So So,
Yeah.
but there were a lot of things in the news wherein they would say that, students are stranded, or they were not aware how things are going to progress and stuff. But when you say that the university did support, is that means a lot of things which
Yeah,
students are not aware.
there were rumors saying that if all your courses are online, you have to deport the US and you have to come back to India.
Yeah.
That's when our international services supported us and said that don't worry, it's a COVID. We are working with the USCIS and SEVP to sort of have another. Um, a provision for you guys so that you can take all your courses online and still be in the US. And that's when they really supported us and sort of gave us an assurity that no matter what, we are there for you. You don't have to go back to India. So that was really helpful for us in that situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So how has the biotechnology program been for you, and you Northeastern have been to you?
It's really been enriching and a very good experience for me. So my background, the so in Northeastern, what we have different concentrations that we can choose from within the program. So we have around 7 or 8 odd concentrations that we can choose from, right from biotech and enterprise, which is sort of it has an amalgamation of business related courses, and then we have regulatory science that has an amalgamation of regulatory affairs related courses. Then we have biopharmaceutical concentration, then we have manufacturing. So there are a lot of concentrations that you can choose from. I particularly chose regulatory science because I'm not a person who likes working in the labs. So that was the choice that I had to make. But that way, I think Northeastern is really helping us to sort of um, mold our careers the way we want and choose the courses that help strengthen our profile overall. So that way, I've really liked Northeastern. But the only drawback is we have a set program plan that we have to follow.
Hmm.
That is the set of courses that we have to take. There are not a lot of electives that we can choose
Elective.
from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a program plan that is we have core courses and electives. So the electives also they propose us that what we can take. So that is a sort of a drawback that I felt. Other than that, it has been amazing. And also right now I am on co-op, which is
Wow.
basically a 6 month paid internship. I am working with a biotechnology firm at
Wow.
Cambridge.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, Snehapriya, tell me one thing. When you said you have lesser options, which is very unlike most US university,
Yeah.
right? Because most of the programs, I think, they're spoiled by choices. That's what
Yeah.
I hear from students, that
Yeah.
there are a lot of electives that
Yeah.
and core subjects are very limited.
Yeah.
So, is it that because uh, pharma or regulatory affair is a niche area, or it's a newer area, or what do you think are the reasons behind that?
That is only the case for my program, that is biotechnology. Other than my biotechnology, other courses like MIS or computers or
Yeah, they
electronics,
don't.
EM,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have amazing curricular, and they can choose from a wide number of electives from different courses, not just from their own program. But for us, definitely what you said, I think resonates. I think it's a very niche stream that is still being in development. That could be a reason. And also, probably they just want us to get the gist of all the courses. So that is why they want to choose, that is why they want us to follow a set course structure that
hmm,
they give us so that we can sort of understand the whole biotechnology industry as a whole.
hmm.
So yeah, that can be a few reasons.
So apart from Northeastern, if you have to suggest students, which other universities you have come across, like they are very well known for your courses,
Apart from Northeastern, there's TAMO, that
which you
is a
had
very,
received?
yeah. I had received it very late on, so I did not get an
Yeah, I
opportunity
remember.
to. But TAMO has a lot of business related courses. So if you are more into management and want to pursue that, want to pursue the financial side of a biotech company, then I think you can go for TAMO. There is Penn State University, which is a really good university for biotech. There is UPenn. and there is NYU School of Tandon. So these are the few universities that students can definitely consider for MS in biotechnology.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you think the future looks into biotechnology? Do you think it's a very glorious area to be in for incoming students? Students are looking forward to study. What do you think? And how is the industry shaping in? What is the trends around?
So during COVID, the biotech industry was definitely going downhill. The job opportunities were very limited. I actually wanted to do a summer internship during summer 2020, but because of COVID, the job opportunities and sort of job roles were very limited. So, but after that, now that since everyone is getting vaccinated and sort of the world is opening up, the job opportunities are like booming and there are like amazing job roles. Like yesterday, I was just scrolling through LinkedIn to, start my full-time search. And yesterday I saw that there were around 1,000 jobs, and today I
Huh?
opened and saw there were around 2,000 jobs. So it's
Are
like,
you serious?
yeah, it's crazy. It's an amazing time to be, and students that have come now or are planning to come in the future, I think it's the best time for them to come to the
So
US. It's
it's true, right? When you have hit the bottom, the only way is upward. So I
yes,
think we all hit the bottom last year, and
yeah,
now it's the only thing is upward. That's.
exactly.
I think that's proven what you're saying into.
Yes, yeah.
So, are there any particular skills, Snehapriya, you can suggest? Because I think there's a lot of importance on you having or you being very skill oriented. So, is there any skills which you see has very high demand or job oriented or whatever?
I think the skills can be developed once you come here. You can sort of volunteer in laboratories, and they sort of you get a feel of working in a lab in an industry, and how things work here. So that way, you can really develop your skills. And also, we have lab courses in our entire curriculum, so that really helps in honing the skills that we require for internships or full-time positions. So even if you don't have a lot of skills when you're coming here, you can definitely develop once you come here and sort of volunteer in laboratories, do some summer internship or anything that can help you in your full-time search. Yeah,
Wow. Okay. So, Sanaprita, you mentioned about your internship, like it's a 6 month thing. So,
yeah,
is it that you applied for a CPT or
yeah,
yeah?
yeah.
So, is it
I
very
applied for it.
smooth? Can you guide students about firstly, how do you apply for internship? Is it like what help do you get for that? And also, how do you go about applying for a CPT?
Sure. So for us at Northeastern, we have a dedicated job portal which is called NU Works. So our university has sort of partnerships or tie-ups with other companies that come to our university and post their jobs in our job portal. So that way, it really helps us to get good co-ops or internships. And also for us at Northeastern in MS in Biotechnology program, we have a co-op requirement to be fulfilled for us to graduate. So sort of all of my classmates basically have co-ops. It's not like none of us don't have. So that way, it's a good provision that Northeastern is giving for students. So I started applying from Feb of 2021 this year
Okay.
for my co-op and from AnyWorks as well as LinkedIn and Indeed. So I used to apply only on these three platforms, and I got a call in April from um, when I applied through AnyWorks. So, and after that, after I got a job offer, I told my co-op advisor that I have this job offer. She said that that's amazing. Go ahead and apply for your CPT. So we have our own international services office at university. So we have to go to their portal and apply for a CPT, where they give us a new I-20 with our co-op start and end dates. So that way it's easier for them also to keep track of when people are doing their co-ops or when they're about to graduate, etc. So it's a very easy process. You just have to put on your co-op start dates and end dates,
Hmm.
and if and also your program start date, program end date. So that's
Okay.
it. Nothing. You just put and you just put in your name and stuff. That's it. It's a very straightforward process.
All right. Yeah, because a lot of time students are worried because it's unknown to them.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
No,
just asked
it's
for
very
those
easy. It's
reasons.
a very easy process. Everything is online, so you don't have to worry about anything.
So what you indicated was that universities have their own portals where a lot of internships or jobs are
Yeah.
listed down, right?
That is for Northeastern. I'm not sure about other
Other,
universities, but
yeah.
you can definitely look into LinkedIn and Indeed. They are really good resources for finding any kind of job positions, not just internships, even for full time. You can look into Indeed, LinkedIn, and even Glassdoor. So
Hmm.
they are good resources.
So because as you know, Indian students and jobs is like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
matchmaking.
Yeah.
So everybody more of course they are interested in studies, and I would never deny that I think we are exceptional. Most of the Indian students do very well in the curriculum and stuff.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think we are there and stuff, but yes, jobs is a very sensitive thing because we are very
Yeah.
sensitive towards the
Yeah.
cost that we are going to invest to.
Exactly. Yeah.
So mainly how overwhelming is the entire process, to get, to be looking for a job and applying. Like I've heard stories where students apply for hundreds of jobs and still they don't crack through. I've also heard that they apply for 100 but they get multiple jobs. There are ample of
Yeah.
stories. Everybody has a
Yeah.
different journey of their own. So how
Yeah.
would you put in the job scenario, particularly in your area? Because yes, you are from,
Yeah.
biotechnology and stuff. Yeah.
So I have started my full-time search because I'm graduating in December 2021. So I have started my, applying for full-time positions. It is definitely overwhelming. Uh, s- uh, but I already got a taste of it when I was applying for my co-ops, but it's going to be nothing like what I'll be facing for my full-time search. The most important thing that I'll say is brush up your resume very well, because it's a huge deal. Um, Try to use extremely good keywords and power words in your resume that will strengthen your, it can get picked. The most important motive for you is to get your resume picked by your employer. So definitely use your keywords very well, and also try to tailor your resume according to the job description that has been given on the portal. But yeah, I'll say it is overwhelming, and also I'll say luck plays a bit of role here as well. I'll not say entirely, but yeah, definitely luck plays.
Of course, it does.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So,
luck plays a role.
but I think it's rewarding as well.
Yeah, it is.
Do you believe that? Is it
Yeah, it
rewarding?
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I was also actually working part-time here, so that really sort of improved my interpersonal skills, my communication skills, my overall personality development. So that is really it's impeccable and commendable. I wouldn't say do a part-time job just for money. Of course, that is
Yeah,
also a
but as an
reason.
experience,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's an experience. It's a one-time thing that you will have you can experience here in the US.
How well you resonated to, I agree with this. That's exactly when I tell to my, ongoing students and
Yeah,
parents, you may need it or not, but just do it because I
yeah.
think going abroad, studying and working is a part and parcel. It's
Yes.
very different. The only uh, experience where you may be serving a coffee to someone, but it's still something which is,
Yeah.
you know,
I think
very different.
dignity of labor is given a lot of importance here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So as you bought in for the internship, so internship is also paid part-time job. So how do you think all this, did it help you to you need it or not, but how do you think that serves students to help them for the living cost?
Part-time positions there are ample of part-time positions in the university. There's at libraries, there's at grocery stores, cafes, you name it, and there are on-campus jobs. It definitely so you will earn anywhere between $14 to say $25 an hour, depending on in which state you are. This is the minimum wage in Boston is 13.5. I don't know about other states, but yeah, the wage differs from state to state. But yeah, for my part-time, when I started my part-time position, I actually did not get a part-time position for 2 semesters. When I recently joined, I got after 1 year, and I had three part-time positions after that, and that I then it's a really rewarding feeling when you don't have to ask for money anymore from home, or you don't have to ask for your mom or your dad. I have to pay rent. Can you send me some money? Because everything,
I
your expenses, your groceries, everything is covered when you have an on-campus job in the US. So that really it will help you. Definitely, it'll help you live through your 2 years of life in the
Yeah,
US.
I agree. I agree. Even I've done it, and I believe that's how rewarding and how satisfying it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And can you tell me, Snehapriya, how is it that when it comes to, as you mentioned, cities and Boston and stuff, how important does it play that when you're coming to US, do you think you should be only going to like Boston or California or New York and the most prominent cities and the states and stuff, or do you think the university matters, overall way, or do you think city matters as well?
Personally, for me, city did matter because Boston has tons and tons of biotech and pharma companies. Boston and Cambridge. Not just in Boston, Cambridge, there are universities in North Carolina. So there are companies in North Carolina. There are some companies in New York. So definitely, the location does matter when you're choosing what course you're going for. I chose, so I had two options, right? I had TAMU and Northeastern, and Texas not does not have a lot of biotech opportunities. It might have, but I did not see a lot of opportunities there. That is why I had to choose Northeastern because of its location, the co-op program, the overall university rank, etc. So it is definitely expensive. It's an expensive university. I wouldn't lie. All the universities towards the two coasts are expensive, but at the end of the day, the return on investment that you'll be getting after graduating from this university is it's going to be helpful to you.
But don't you see, or don't you agree on this, that US typically the employers don't see in which state you are. They typically see your skills and your
Yeah,
this thing. So say probably you may get a full-time job not in Boston or some other state. That
yeah,
could
yeah,
also
yeah,
be a possibility,
yeah.
right?
Of course,
So that
definitely.
way, I feel, or what would you agree that that probably your maybe biotechnology, yes, because there's a lot of research labs,
Yeah,
everything a lot in Boston and stuff. But like say a computer science, like computer
yeah,
science is like omnipresent. I think
yeah.
most of the
Exactly.
states
Yeah,
have those thing and stuff, or
yeah.
any other engineering field or whatever.
True.
So do you think then they should pick more higher on university rather than a city, or how would you do that according to your experience, your network of people and stuff?
Um, I don't think that really matters. I think the university that I am in Northeastern definitely helps me gain the skills that are required for my full-time position. So I'll say go with a university that has a good reputation, and also that look at their curriculum, look at their past, go through LinkedIn, see what the seniors are doing, how are they doing, where they are placed. You have to do a little bit of research before choosing a university. Talk to them, ask them how the curriculum is it easy to get a job? Of course it's not easy, but comparatively, how it's the job scenario, will I be placed, not placed, all of those factors really matter when you are choosing a university, and going forward how your career is going to be paved through.
Great. And Snapia, how would you quantify this degree? Like we put X amount, okay. So
Yeah.
what are the salary ranges in biotechnology? We don't want different fields have different salary
Yeah.
ranges. But what have you heard or what have you seen in the job market? What are the starting salary ranges for
So
students?
for biotech, it's anywhere between 65 to $90,000 per year. depending on what kind of positions you're doing. Are you working in a lab? Are you doing regulatory affairs? Are you doing QA? Are you doing process development? So there are a lot of biotech companies and roles that you can apply for. So so you can definitely pay off your loan within 2 or 3 years for sure. So that way it's good. Yeah.
So it's a risk, but it's a calculated risk,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying,
Yeah, it's it's
right?
it's not a tech position where you'll get 100K or 150K a year. It's definitely more science related core subject and
Pure sciences, yeah,
pure
yeah.
sciences basically. So the salary will be less, but you will definitely be able to pay off your hefty loan that you have taken from India.
Yeah, I think this is the assurance every student who's applying to US require, because when you see the amount that you're going to put in, it
Yeah,
really scares you. It really scares
yeah, it
you,
does.
right?
Yeah,
Because it's a huge money and we are not used to spending so much. Any may
exactly.
it be anyone, right? So
True.
I think this assurance is something which comes from the students like you, who are there, who's witnessing the situation,
Yeah.
brings a lot of confidence in everyone who's going to see it later or whatever, because I personally feel we all require motivation, may it be any step that we are taking
I
in,
know, I
right?
understand. I've
Yeah,
seen Vamshi's video and I kind of resonated in saying that he had imposter syndrome. I had imposter syndrome as well. I think every Indian that comes to the US faces that because, there's a lot of competition here and you sort of have to be at pace with everyone. Some people are super smart. I understand what you were saying. It's overwhelming.
I am so surprised. I can't believe this. But I mean, because you look so charged of your way and your this thing. So
Yeah.
in fact, I would now like to talk about that, because how do you think you coped with it, or how do you think, why does this happen? What do you think you can guide them?
So you will feel overwhelming, and I'll not be biased towards it, or I'll not deny it because you have to sort of meet your assignment deadlines. You have to do your groceries, you have to cook, you have to do your household chores, you have to set up your own bank account. Initially, it's definitely going to be overwhelming, but give it some time, just settle down. I took an entire semester to settle down. It's okay. We are not used to this life in India. The academic system is completely different in India as compared to the US. What I used to do is I used to do one thing at a time. So we used to have three courses, 3 or 4 courses, depending on how many credits you're taking. For us, we had 3 credits and courses basically, and almost all the courses had same deadlines and on the same day. So what I used to do is whenever I used to get an assignment, I used to do it on the day that they give it, so that I'll have some peace of mind. So the rest of the week I can rest, I can do my own stuff, I can go out or I could explore the
So
city or
basically,
something.
do not procrastinate with your,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Do not procrastinate. Do not skip classes. Attend each class because if you skip a class and go to the next, you might have missed out something important that was told in the earlier class. So don't skip classes. You are paying a hefty amount of money to attend those classes. So do not skip
Absolutely,
unless you're sick, of course. But
of course.
yeah, that is so I used to take one thing at a time and do it at my own like pace and sort of keeping everything aside about uh, parents, friends, everything aside, and just focusing on what I have to get done with. So
Wow.
yeah.
I mean, look at you guys. I mean, you all have achieved so much. You have achieved so much. You have an internship. And why I'm saying achieved is because I don't know whether people are understanding this or not. It's a batch which went from a huge transition. Like the
Yeah,
people who are going to come now, they they are aware of COVID. They're aware of what
yeah,
is going to, the fear of unknown is something which is too
yeah.
overwhelming, and that's exactly what you guys face through. So hats off. I hope y'all can give a pat on your back and say that y'all survived it,
Yeah,
and that's
definitely.
what the beautiful thing about you guys is. And Snehapriya, I would really say that it was huge. Everybody had, it's a very different one to be here with your support system, your parents, your
True.
friends, your family, and it's very different when you're away. And even to get those responses from your parents and stuff, where even they are worried and they are also
Yeah,
passing worry around.
exactly.
Everybody is worried, everybody is passing worry around, and to still be, in the game, survive the game. And I think trust me, please say that to yourself. You have done really well for yourself, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
And
you so
if you
much.
have done this, you're definitely going to do great ahead, because I think you have the confidence by your side. Because you say na, once you do it, you have the confidence, and that's
Yeah, yeah,
exactly what it brings in. And that's what I say at Education Street, that end of education is character. It is not jobs, or it is
yeah,
not that.
it's
the
true.
the moment you build yourself, your fort is up, I think you can be a firebomb around.
Yeah, definitely what you said. Your words are really encouraging and motivating. Thank you so much.
No, you have done it. I am just saying it. You have done it. So that's absolutely there. So Snehapriya, because it's a working day for you, we don't want to take
Yeah,
a
no
lot of your
worries.
time, but we can go around. But I want, if there is anything else you want to share, anything about US, or how the culture is, or whatever we missed talking and you would love to share with us, please do that, because it's really interesting to listen.
Sure. So I had a few suggestions or hacks that kind of helped me live my life here in the US.
Perfect.
So initially, what I said, you will feel overwhelming. It's okay. It's going to be all fine. You. So the key here is time management. Prioritize your tasks. Do what has to be done first, and then everything else can wait. Um, and everything will fall into place, so don't worry about that. Eat well, stay hydrated, sleep well. Do not neglect your health here. It's easy to skip meals because you have deadlines or assignments, but do not do that. If you are for me, especially if I'm sleep deprived or I'm starving, I cannot, my brain does not function. So definitely do not neglect your health. Because you don't have your family around and who can sort of feed you or anything. But and also here, when you are introducing yourself or sort of just having a small talk with someone, definitely convey your pronouns or how you would like to be preferred calling, because uh, some people can feel upset when you. So what happened with me was at my co-op company that I'm working, I accidentally referred to that person as he, him, but actually they were they, them. So they
Oh,
actually took it really to their heart, and they convey that they are they, them. So kindly do not call them he, him. So make sure that you specify or convey your pronouns, and also ask the opposite person how they like to be called. Other than that, there are a lot of student discounts here, especially for outlet malls or books or shopping or whatever. So definitely, when you are going for shopping or anything, ask for student discounts, because you definitely want to save some bucks for yourself. Um, and also plagiarism. It's a huge deal here. Do not copy. Do not claim someone else's work as yours. Try to be unique. Definitely uh, cite your work. Give references, because once you get caught here, there can be chances of you getting deported as well. So you do not want that to happen. Class participation discussions is given a lot of importance here. It also sort of is a key it plays a key role in your overall performance, and also adds to your grades. It's the only way that professor can get to know you, or how you're performing in class, whether you're understanding their classes or they have to improve. So it's a good way of sort of talking to them and getting to know more from the course. And other than that, talk to your friends and family back in India. They are the biggest cheerleaders for you. Do not, I know it can get busy for you and because of assignments and stuff, but do not skip talking to
even
them.
time zones. Yeah.
Yeah, time zones, crazy time zones. I mean, but try to make time and talk to them. Not maybe not on a daily basis, but once in 2 days or whatever. So yeah, and also enjoy this journey. you'll not get this chance again unless, of course, you want to do another master's. But the overall experience and personality development here is impeccable and commendable. So yeah,
So wonderful, and how well said, because I think you have hit the crux, because this is exactly the baseline, as you would say. If you have this, you can, nurture all of the
exactly.
other areas in this case. And I think,
Yes.
Snehapriya, you have learned it. So that's exactly why
Thank you,
it's
ma'am.
coming so well out of you. uh, I agree every point that you said, and I would just like to say one more thing to this. Studying abroad is just not about getting a degree in hand. It is
Yes,
actually finding yourself, and
that's true.
that's something which comes only when you're out of your comfort zone. So
Yeah.
studying abroad, what people say that it's like, fancy universities and lush green garden and trees. I
No,
probably tell the same thing. You won't even get time to see that. Okay,
no, that is true.
you're probably juggling between so many errands that
Yeah.
you have for the day to carry on further too. But typically, it's more about exploring yourself, because I'm sure, Snehapriya, you must have realized a lot of your strengths after you've been there. Am I right?
Yes, yes, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because we don't get any opportunities, I would say, because you're in so much of comfort. um,
yeah,
Everything is well laid out for
yeah.
us, that we typically never experiment with ourselves.
You
And
have your parents to look after you. They do your bills, they do your groceries, everything. But once you come here, you're left in an ocean, and and you don't
absolutely,
know swimming.
yeah,
So
exactly. It's right, it's from the day you land,
yeah,
like the moment you land at the airport, how to reach your destination
yes,
or your
yes,
room
that's
with
true.
that baggage, that's where your journey starts.
Yes, that's true, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was such a nice talk, Snehapriya. I think I could have
Thank you,
got
ma'am,
more
for
more.
hosting this session and
No, I
helping
had to,
the
and
students.
I would say thank you for being so kind to remove this time on a working day. And, as you said, you have so many things already on your
Yeah.
plate. So thank you so much. Thank you,
No worries,
really.
ma'am.
And this should go well enough for the students. And this is something which you have done, the good part or the good karma for the students to,
Thank you.
believe in themselves and come to US. So thank you so much, Snehapriya, for this time and efforts, and all the best for your job search.
Thank you
I'm
so much,
sure
ma'am.
you have done so good now. And the next success, that story that I would await for that, with your good job that you have
Sure,
received.
definitely
Huh?
we'll do that. Yeah, we'll make
Yes,
that work. Yeah. Thank you,
definitely.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, Snehapriya. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye.